Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was aware of the fashion business and modeling world when I was a teenager and started to get magazines like 17 and Teen. My girlfriend next door kept running over and saying, "Cheryl, you should be a model, you should be a model." Well, to me that was out of the realm of possibility. I thought those girls were from another planet and I just wasn't part of it. So I was very, very shy. I would take Vogue and throw myself across the room like Twiggy or Jean Shrimpton. So I kind of practiced a little bit. Wasn't as graceful as they were, but I started very slowly. I would do fashion shows in parking lots for JCPenney or whatever for free. My very first cover was Modern Romance, and I was so proud of it. I took all my girlfriends there to the drugstore to see it. And then I was on the cover of Teen, and then 17, and then Glamour. Glamour booked me sight unseen. They said, "We want that girl." And I flew to St. Thomas, and I'd never been on a plane before. And the other model was Ally McGraw. And she was just throwing out all of these clothes, saying, "Here, Cheryl, try this on. Here, Cheryl, wear this." Tags still on them. And she was just incredibly kind to me. And I didn't know where I was or what I was doing. There was a certain point where I thought, you know what, I can always finish, whatever education I wanted later, but let me model now. So I turned to my boyfriend and I said, "I'm going to go to New York and become a model." And he looked horrified. He said, "Cheryl," he said, "I thought you were going to become a librarian." He was so disappointed. Well, if I ever had anything done, any plastic surgery or anything, there's no way I would tell anybody. Maybe a good friend, and that's about it. I mean, what's the point of going around talking about it? It's nobody's business, really. There's no need to be scared of a wrinkle or scared of aging. Just think of the positives. My body was always kind of round, and it never really fit the runway mold, where you have to be very, very thin. So I became a swimsuit model. When I first started doing Sports Illustrated, there would be the editor, the photographer, and myself. 3 people. We would go to an island and with a bag full of bathing suits, and that was it. It was as simple as that. I did my own hair, I did my own makeup. It was very, very simple, and we just took pretty pictures. Today, I've done Sports Illustrated, and they're hairdressers with assistants and makeup artists, and they're videoing the whole thing, and their photographers have, it just goes on and on and on and on, so that there are 30 people on the shoot. I am not an expert on these shows that feature modeling and content. I'm not really an expert. I don't necessarily watch them all, but I'm so opposed to being cruel. You can definitely help someone and be critical of them, but you can be kind at the same time. So I'm not a big fan of these poor things who stand in front of a panel of judges and they're made to cry. To me, the key to beauty is to constantly learn and grow and do things, have adventures. Maybe they just learned how to garden and they've never done something like that before, or roller skate, or been to the Arctic, or backpacked, or just did something so that you see it in their eyes. That, to me, absolutely 100% is beautiful.